it's now just understanding that we are literally just in a game. You know, we all think of death as just the end of us. No, it's just the end of the game. You go on to the next game. You just play another round. You play another game.
Honey, how many beers have you had tonight?
3. What?
How do you feel?
What? Oh, God. She's right away. I feel fantastic.
How did you feel about driving into Missouri? We're in Missouri now, officially.
Missouri, this is what...
We came from Arkansas,
So,
we're now
listen,
officially in Missouri.
All right, but listen, you know, obviously not all. I know. I'm gonna tell her. What?
Are you happy with Missouri now?
Yes, now that I've come to this harvest, and this is why it's just so awesome, because the people make it. The people absolutely make it. We met Christine from Iraq.
That's not her name.
Her name is, what is it?
It wasn't Christine.
It was Christine.
No, it was something else, but it was something like, it wasn't Christine. Caroline.
Caroline. It was Caroline. All right, same difference. Well, I mean, they have beer. They have Dunkel beer on tap. Hello. Why would I not have 3? So anyway, it's Harvest Toast. Listen, it's awesome. Some are better than others. We haven't done one yet in this trip.
Right.
This is our first one.
First
We're
Harvest
in the
Toast.
middle of bumfuck Missouri. And my first initial was, Missouri needs to change its state name to Missouri. It's not my favorite. But listen, Caroline, you know, we come in here, she comes out, she gives us directions because farmers are shutting down roads. We can't get here. We're in the middle of nowhere. And I'm thinking, how is a winery going to ever survive in the middle of nowhere? And yet, of course, here we show up. And, I mean, magic happens. It's just insane.
Happens.
We just had the most amazing conversation over 3 beers.
Which was about 30 minutes.
Which is about half hour.
We don't even know. We don't even know what town in Missouri we're in. We have no idea what town we're in.
Somewhere around, what's it, Joplin?
Somewhere around Joplin.
Like Janice. But here's the thing. This is why we do what we do. Because you never know what's going to show up for you. And you won't know if you don't freaking try to find something, to get out there and to do it. If you're just if you sit on the same sofa every day, in the same house every day, you don't get to experience a winery in the middle of Missouri. Right? With Caroline.
All right. Waking up. It's so much different in the light and sunshine of the day. Murph, hey. I didn't get his leash.
Where is it?
It's just right hanging on the chair. But this is the Celtic Irish Winery in some weird name that I can't pronounce. Town in where are we? Missouri. Miserable Missouri, as Isaiah calls it. And Scott was probably calling it that yesterday. But he's not 3 beers in anymore.
I'm not 3 beers.
So he's
3 beers and a shot of shine. I'm all right now.
He's all right now. But here it is. This is a Harvest Host. So Harvest Host, it's free. This place did have electricity. So for $10, we got to plug in and have electricity. But no water, no sewer, nothing like that. So we just used what was in our tanks. But yeah, a Missouri winery. Who would have ever guessed?
And they have electric.
In a million years. 30 amp electric, yeah. Pretty cool. She said they get really busy on the weekends all the way out here in Missouri. We're going to take this nature trail hike that's a mile long that goes through all these really cool sites. So we'll get some video of that. I have never seen these in my entire life, ever.
One hit my truck, or somebody threw it at my truck and put a big dent in it.
I mean,
my very first vehicle, some ne'er-do-well threw it at my truck. As I was driving by, I heard this big thud, and I realized somebody threw a brain at me.
Oh my gosh, I have never seen anything like this in my life. Yeah. It's hard.
I know it's hard, yeah.
That's what she said. Wow. Apparently they just fall from these trees. Crazy. Now we have Brain Central here. I mean, there's brains all over. Oh my God, this tree is filled with brains that have fallen. Let that be a metaphor. Tell me about your journey.
What?
Tell me about your journey.
What do you mean?
Tell me about your journey.
It's now just understanding that we are literally just in a game. We've always had this feeling of, is this really inside me? Am I making all this up? Is this really real? You would have these moments that it was really clear that, oh my God, this isn't real. You know what I mean? You would feel like that. And then you would, come back to, taxes or fights or whatever, the things that show up, in a hard 3D reality that we exist in. And it's just becoming more and more and more definitely clear to me that that scenario has flipped. It's now, I know this is all just inside us. We are living this reality that we believe is true. And it's such an incredible gift to be able to do it. But we forget, we get so close to this earth that we believe, this ground, right? This grounding, because that kept coming up, like, what is grounding, And what's the opposite of grounding? Ethereal, what is that, So it really was this knowing that this earth is just the experience. It's not who we are. Scott is not who I am. It's just this, I don't know, game, kind of. It's kind of like playing Monopoly. And you can get really in the game of Monopoly. You can play it for a long time, and you can really get upset when you go bankrupt, or you get really happy when you get, Boardwalk and Park Place and you have hotels on them, which I never played that game. I didn't like the Boardwalk. I didn't like Park Place. See, that was a sucker's game. I digress. No, it really is more and more and more the knowing that we are in this make-believe game, and how incredible it is that we get to play it. We are the very few that get to play this game. The other part is, it is just all ethereal. It is all just magic energy, but you don't have this. You don't have the touching. You don't have the tangible things that you can walk on. Just walking. You don't have that there.
You don't have the crazy hair.
You don't have the crazy hair. I know I have crazy hair. It's beautiful and it's amazing, and it's wonderful to be in that place because you feel free from the heaviness. But we wanted the heaviness. we wanted to experience what density was. As hard as it was, so we had to lower our vibration to come here. And now, we all think of death as just the end of us. No, it's just the end of the game. You go on to the next game. You just play another round. You play another game. And you forget the last game you played, and you forget that you're going to play another game after this game. You forget that to make this game seem more real. And we have just forgotten that. On purpose, we have forgotten that. But now we've been in such pain, and because again, we wanted to experience that, because again, when you are not the pain, we think we're the pain because we think we're the game. But when we're not the pain, when we're not the game, then suddenly it all doesn't matter. Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me this isn't the only game I get to play? No, you'll get to play a black woman who lives in the inner city. You'll get to play an astronaut. You'll get to play a dinosaur. You'll get to play a turtle crossing the street that you once rode your bike on. You get to do all these things. You're not just this one life. You have many players. You're not just player one. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Is you have to remember who you are, but it's so hard to remember who you are when you are in the thick of the game. When all the things are happening in the thick of the game, it's so difficult. Everybody needs to experience this, because when you experience this, you become lighter. In both definitions of lightness as far as weight and lightness as far as light pouring into you. You become lighter. And when you become lighter, the place that you inhabit, in our case, Earth, which is the game, becomes lighter. So everybody needs to experience this. And especially when you are someone who is struggling, someone who is fed up, someone who is, just about given up, and someone who just wants greater clarity of who I am. This is what it gives you. And it does it. Again, I've just reminded this today. It does it in the most amazing, beautiful, soft, welcoming, warm way. It is the greatest friend you've ever had. It really is. It's a grandmother's hug.
Very good.
Without the old woman's smell.
Very good. Thank you. We have arrived. We've arrived in Lindsborg, Kansas.
Yeah, windy.
Murphy is happy to sit on his little carpet. On his flying carpet. This is Lindsborg, Kansas, people. You know what? It's way better than I thought. I thought it was just like empty plains. But there's actually some rolling hills, and there's trees, and there's actually quite a few houses. And this is our dear friends Angie and Jen's house, which they so lovingly let us park the big gal here last night and tonight. They fed us, they drank us, they did all the things. Actually, they are harvest hosts or boondockers hosts. So if you are homeless in the area traveling through Kansas, we highly recommend this boondocker site. It's got 50 amp plugins as well, and you get to hang with probably two of the coolest people I've ever met, to be totally honest. This is a really cool house. They're abductors. Oh, now you guys, of course, you're going to stop playing now that I get the camera out.
And look at this one hiding over here. He's like, I'm not sure anything about this.
You guys play now.
we encourage everyone to donate to the Wounded Warrior Project or any
This is so cool.
other charity that raises funds for veterans and their services.
So you'll keep your card in here? Okay. And it'll pop it open. It's quick.
How is it? How is it?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so every place we stay or state we go through, we leave a little review. So this time, I want you guys to leave a review of us
Oh, wow.
as guests.
Oh,
What do
you
you-
don't want that.
No?
Bad, honey.
You don't want that filmed. You'll never get to stay anyway.
Yeah.
I give you a 10 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Great
That's been
guess.
great.
10 out of 10.
Probably a 20 out of 10 for fun.
Oh, wow.
We
Yeah.
had fun that was
Okay.
so
So
fun.
much.
I mean, it
Okay.
was fun the whole time, but
Okay.
last night was fun playing
It was.
the game. It was.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
letting us
stopping.
stay. Yeah.
Glad you
Yeah.
Like a wagon wheel, rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any